Hey everyone, TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict here, coming to you with yet another video update. Lots happened within the past 24 hours. Actually, not even 24 hours, like 12 hours since I streamed last night. And you guys have a right to know everything that's going on. I know I said also that there's not going to be any super personal stuff on here, and there's not, but you do guys have you do know, God, I can't talk. You guys have the right to know what's going on with the channel, what's going on in terms of my life, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to get right down to it. At roughly around noon today, my mother went to the lab to go get some blood work done in regards to get her medication for her inhaler for her emphysema and everything. She's been battling emphysema for quite some time now, since roughly about 2000, I want to say 2004, 2005, so it's been a long battle, and more issues keep turning up. So she went to get the blood work, she got it done, and then roughly about a few hours later, she got a call from her doctor saying that her potassium level is critically low, and that she was at the risk of a heart attack at a point in time, or any point in time. So unfortunately, what that meant for her was that she has to go to the hospital, and she is not at the house right now, nor is my dad. My mom and my dad are gone. I am the only one in this house, aside from my cat Little Man. It's just me and him. And I'm just going to say it right up front, it's scary being alone in this house sometimes, when it's so eerily quiet. And when situations like this occur within life, specifically mine, because she's gone to the hospital so many times that I'm afraid she's not going to come back. I told her my last words, and they were, in case she does pass this time, I told her, I know I've given you a lot of crap, but I thank you for taking me in from my biological mother when she couldn't take care of me, and I'm sorry for everything I ever did to you, and I love you. And I'm not gonna lie, after a few minutes, I made that Facebook post, and I started bawling, because this could be it. This could be the day my mother decides to leave Earth, and God will take her soul, and thus her being the literal earthbound angel that she is, she'll be up in heaven. So I'm scared. Really scared. She's done so much for me. She's done a lot. She raised me, for crying out loud. I mean, if my own biological mother couldn't, just, that was because of finances, but if she wasn't able to, and my grandma, my mother, Louise, um, she's able to do it. That, it's just, it shows a lot from a person. It shows a really strong bond, how it can go from grandson and grandmother to son and mother in an instant. And it's going to be a hard transition whenever she decides, or whenever her body and God decide to quit and then take her up to heaven. And I'm not a religious person, but I'm trying to look at the positive here, because it's like, hey, my mom's gonna be gone. She just won't be rotting in the ground. She'll be up in heaven. So, but I don't know, and that's the scariest thing. I don't go to the hospital mainly because I have PTSD with hospitals. I've been into mental hospitals as a kid multiple times because of my outbursts and everything. Again, I know this is really personal information, but at this point, it's needed to give you guys an understanding. Because I had a really bad temper problem, and I still do have a bad temper problem, but I don't go to the hospital at all, and I know a lot of people are probably going to give me heck because it's like, well, your mother's in the hospital, why aren't you there? I literally cannot, or else I will start acting unpredictably. I will honestly like start shaking and get all nervous and then get irritable and then just would paranoid and want to get out. That's how it always is, and my parents are very understanding of that. But I did tell them, call me, keep me updated, let me know what the hell's going on, and I really pray that she comes back. I don't know what that noise was. That was weird. Okay, anyway. But yeah, I really hope she comes back. She's healthy, she's safe, and it might be a stretch, but she's happy. Because when you live your life on an oxygen concentrator with a tube up your nose 24/7, 365 days a year, it's hard. I've seen her genuinely depressed by it. And she still goes on each day putting on a fake smile while she's suffering, pretty much. And if she does go, then at least she goes in peace and she'll be able to live a normal life again up in heaven, because she doesn't deserve the life that she's living. She deserves to live like any other human being. You know, being able to breathe properly, being able to see, because she's blind in her right eye, her left eye. She's blind in one of her eyes. I can't remember which one, but she should be able to walk, because she can't even walk that much anymore. We have to take her to, take her in a wheelchair, and it just really sucks. And I want the best for her, and that's why I've been doing a bit more around the house and, helping get her medicine and everything like I should, because that's what a son should do. When they get old, that's when the parenting lessons that you saw as a kid transfer to when you're an adult, and you have to take care of them. So, yeah, it's scary. It's really scary. I hope she comes back. So, I apologize. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I'm not trying to be like super personal or a downer or depressing or anything. It's just a really, really difficult time when this crap happens. So, what does this mean for the channel? A multitude of things. Most likely, TLK week. I'm just gonna say it right now. It's done. It is honestly done. I don't want to do another YouTube video or anything until she gets home. Because in good conscience, I can't just be here and enjoy myself while she's in a hospital in an environment she doesn't want to be in, pretty much upset and unhappy there. It wouldn't be right if I was, I don't feel it's right. Now, there might be a time where that might change and TLK reviews may come back onto the channel from the, the time span of then and now, but as opposed to as of right now, today, I think the Hound One Step Changer review I was going to do is not going to happen until I get updates and I know she's okay. And I don't know about this weekend either. Or next week, for that matter. Number 2, the tradition that I normally have with my family with the Transformers live-action movies may actually be broken because of the fact that she's in the hospital. I have no idea when she's going to get discharged. And we have no idea if we're going to be able even to make it up to Lakeland, because that's where the IMAX theater is. That's the closest IMAX theater there is. So, and that also means another thing. Number 3, the spoiler-free and spoiler-filled video reviews for Transformers: The Last Knight TFTC edition. That may not happen, until probably later that week, because I'm going to be seeing this movie more than once. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. That's the least of my concerns right now. I'm just really concerned about my mother. So, if you guys want to contact me, I'm going to let all of you know right now. I am going radio silent. I'm most likely after this, I'm just going to take a nap and try to forget about what's going on at the time being, because I don't feel right. I'm way too scared, and I frankly don't feel right being alone in this house. So it's hard. It's really hard. So yeah, TOK week might be done. I'm until my mother comes back home safe and sound. But the reviews also may not happen. Cyborg Raptor might put up his video, but for me, I might not be able to see the movie on Tuesday night. But we'll see. I don't know, but again, we'll see. So, yeah. So if you guys want to contact me, by all means, go ahead and do so. But I will not reply right away this time, mainly because, as I said before, I'm going to take some time for myself. And the same thing goes with stop motions and everything. Those won't be going on as frequently as I wanted to either. I was going to do some today, but then this situation happened, and I don't feel right, so I'm not going to. So, what I do ask from you guys is one thing: send prayer, send good fortune, and send hope to my mother and to my family, because frankly, things just seem to get worse and worse. I mean, they get better little by little, but then they also seem to get downhill. And it's a difficult lifestyle. It really is. I'm not gonna go too much into that, but I will just I ask for your hopes, your prayers, and your good fortune, because I want my mother to come back safe and sound. I don't want this to be her final day on earth. So I'm gonna leave it here. The phone's ringing, so no long outro or anything, but I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.